So recently I came home and my young daughter, 9 years old, said, "Dad, you're kind of a fake." So recently I was at home and I was sitting with my daughter after a long day's work and we're sitting at the table and she said to me, she said, "Dad, you're kind of a fake." And it like totally piqued my interest as to why she thought that. And I said, "What do you mean, Sailor?" And she immediately, her and my other older daughter that's 12 years old said, and they had like this parody like act already like set up that was, it's like they'd already performed it like 2 or 3 times for other people and I had never seen it. But I actually posted my 12-year-old daughter doing this and essentially they were like, "Well, Dad, on Instagram you're like, hey, inspire your kids and be this amazing example and give them confidence and da-da-da. And then when you get home you're like, go clean your room and be this and do that." And they noticed so quickly the massive discrepancy between my energy levels of maybe what I portray on social media and in Instagram and what I probably give to my everyday work and to my employees and to my business partners, investors. And because it was such a drastic or stark difference, it immediately began to give them a feeling that Dad was just like faking it. And to be honest, it really, really hurt. It hurt me. But it hurt because it's true. And there's no part of me inside that thinks that I'm a fake or that I'm less to my kids than I truly am in other places. But I know that this is true because my wife and I have talked about this for years, where I've come home and she's been at an event with me where I'm really perky, I'm out there, high energy, talking, networking, doing what I have to do and what I'm good at in my business, which is the relationships. And she's noticed as soon as we got home, it was like literally a light switch turned off, where it was like, okay, energy, go into power saving mode and just chill, you know? And that can absolutely be perceived as, you know, almost being like a double-sided or double-minded person. And it hurt me because if that's the perception, that's also the reality for those people that I care about and that I love. And that's what they're getting. That's the Aaron that they're getting. And so it made me think a lot about making it a priority to be my best self, not just at work, not just in these opportunities where it's super important. Because so many times in our lives, we give the very best of ourselves to the people that actually mean the least. And I think it's so important that we need to evaluate that and have the self-awareness so that we're saving some of our best self for the people that mean the most and the people that we care about the most, so that they're getting the best us, the best Aaron. And so I've decided and made it a really important point for me to be able to make sure that I'm not draining the tank before I get home, and that when I go on, then I'm not just flipping off the switch and going into power saving mode. I want to make sure that my family, my children, my wife are getting the very best version of Aaron. They're getting the energy, they're getting that inspiration, the Instagram Aaron. And I think it's really important that we listen to those people that really, really care about us and love us, because they're going to give us the most honest feedback about us. Because those are the people that don't have to worry or be scared or concerned about losing the relationship, right? I was sitting, we were watching the Super Bowl last week, and I was on my phone a lot during the Super Bowl simply because I made a stupid bet and lost a ton of money on the San Francisco 49ers. So people were hitting me up like crazy, like, "Hey, here's my Venmo, pay me." And my brother, who's like my best friend and knows that he could damn near say anything to me and it wouldn't harm our relationship, said, "Aaron, you're like on your phone a ton." And I said, "Yeah, what's up? Do you have a problem with it?" You know, because like I'm in my home, I want to just do me, like what I want to do, you know? And he said, "Well, I just like you to be present, because it kind of sucks like when you're trying to talk to somebody or tell them something and you just don't think that they're even listening or there. And we came over here to visit and, be present with you. And I got thinking about that afterwards. And again, he's right. It's true. And the reason that I get that feedback from him is because he is not worried about telling me things that might hurt me and afraid of losing the relationship. He knows that'll never happen. And so people are going to give you feedback all the time. I get tons of positive feedback on Instagram, on text messages, some of my buddies, some of my investors, some of my employees. They give me a lot of positive reinforcement. But I have to be able to learn to take that with a grain of salt and be totally okay and open to the feedback that I'm getting from the people that matter the most, that know they're not going to lose the relationship because they're going to give me the most honest feedback. And that is going to be so important to develop who you want to be for everybody and how you're going to divide your energy and give it to those people that really care the most. And so overall, what I wanted to tell you was save a little in the tank for the people that you care about most and that care about you. Make sure that you're leaving that light switch on so that when you go home, they can absolutely just feel everything that you are. Like when you wake up in the morning, if that's your best time, make sure that you can replicate that at home so that they get a piece of you and that they don't think you're just fake or that you're just Instagram dad. And that's the message for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you found value in it, please share it with those that you care about. And if you want to see more of this stuff, please subscribe.